Hey everyone, James Reeves, TFBTV. Welcome to EnforceTac 2025 here at the CZ booth with the new lineup of Bren 3s. It's finally happening. Finally happening. I know I've shown you guys behind the scenes. I know I've shot prototypes, but here we have the actual production copies on display, ready to come to market. I'm talking with Jan from CZ. Jan, tell me everything to know about the Bren 3.
Well, starting from the ground, Bren 3 is an assault rifle working with a piston system. It's like follow-up of our Bren 2 series. Not particularly next generation, it's just like improvement, right? We took some lessons learned. We followed some requests and recommendations, and we also tried to innovate. We always do that in CZ. So we did some innovations, and some of them I believe you already heard about them, and you explained to your followers, and you can see them visually. So there is this buttstock is ergonomically changed. The cheek rest is much more comfortable, makes it more natural and comfortable to aim. Most of all, the upper receiver is no longer monolithic. So you actually have a real handguard which you can take away and replace it with whatever fits to you and your needs. So it's a big thing. Getting to the smaller things, but very, very handy ones, you can find the QD for attaching
the sling sockets. Yes,
exactly.
And you also have the replaceable wear tracks, right, inside the receiver?
Exactly. With the Bren 2, it was a little bit challenging for the customer. He needed to make the choice beforehand, because the upper receiver prepared for the foldable and retractable buttstock was not ready for usage of this telescopic PDW style. But with Bren 3, you as a final customer or final user, you can decide afterwards. You can change it because all the upper receivers are ready even for this setup. Well, now we are getting to the details, like some material changes. For example, this rear part, the interface between the upper receiver and the main body of the weapon and the buttstock, used to be made of polymer reinforced with carbon fiber. Nowadays we switch to aluminum alloy, which just increases the durability and reliability actually of the weapon, which is something that we really carefully focus on. You know that the Bren 2 is battle proven from Ukraine. So reliability and user friendliness are our main concerns.
Sure. So essentially you took the Bren 2, feedback from actual operators and from the battlefront.
Exactly.
And that's what created the Bren 3.
Exactly. And we can actually continue. Let's have a closer look on this baby here. So I will show you some. They may seem to be like small things from inside, but they do make an important difference, let's say, for the final user. So bolt carrier has been also changed a little bit. With Bren 2, we also use this kinetic moving material. I don't know the English terminology.
Like a counterweight.
Yeah, exactly. That prevents the bouncing effect when you shoot full auto. The forehand of the bolt carrier might bounce, which would cause not locking,
right,
or mistake with locking of the bolt. So, due to the physical laws, this kinetic body will keep moving forward even in the moment when the forehand of the bolt carrier will hit the final position.
And it prevents bolt bounce.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
So the rotation of the bolt itself can be finalized, and it will
Remain
lock.
locked. Yeah.
When talking about the bolt itself, you can see, if you take a closer look, you can see 2 ejectors on that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the one which is located on the bolt of Bren 2 worked perfectly fine. There were no issues with it whatsoever, but we just realized that there is a space for additional one, and it will increase the reliability of the function of the weapon, right? So why not to do that?
Sure.
So that's pretty much about it. And last but not least, this flat pattern of the pin leads actually the rotation of the bolt, and it needs to follow a rail inside of the upper receiver, right? So previously with Bren 2, of course, this rail was integrated part of the body. So the upper receiver is made of aluminum alloy, and you got like a steel sliding on aluminum. After a certain period of time, the users saw that this part is kind of getting like worn out.
Right.
It did not have any effect, negative effect on the function of the weapon. It was functioning very well, no issues, but
you were getting wear.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we also were thinking about how to improve or change for better this thing. So we just very simply added an independent rail into the upper receiver, and it's attached with those 4 screws which you can see here. So if this thing gets really worn out, used out, you can simply replace this without having any problems or taking care of the whole upper receiver.
Well, Jan, that was a very detailed synopsis of the changes between the Bren 2 and the Bren 3.
Yes.
If you could maybe quickly walk us through what models you have on display here.
Yeah. Let me put this.
And I already, go ahead and put it back there. Look, I watched you take it apart. I know you can do this in your sleep, so that's why I'm going to go ahead and ask you, because I know you can't answer anyways.
Yeah.
I just have to ask so they don't get mad at me. We don't know when these are going to be available in the U.S. market, or how much they're going to cost you.
I wish I could tell you this.
See, I just wanted to get it out of the way. I already knew the answer was, but I wanted it. What happens, the video shuts up and they say, James, you've got to ask them how much they were when they were coming out. So, we don't know. So, what's this gentleman looking at here?
This gentleman is looking at Bren 3, obviously, chambered in 300 AAC blackout. It became very popular. It's not a new thing anymore. We all know what it's good for. This setup is with 9-inch barrel.
Like the sweet spot for 300 blackout.
Yes, exactly.
Then this one we've got an integrally suppressed.
Even though if you take a closer look, it might seem longer and bigger. It's actually shorter. This is 7-inch barrel with an integrated suppressor. It's an ideal setup for, let's say, like special units who deal with CQB and stuff like that. In combination with subsonic ammunition, this thing is silent like a whisper. There is no flash on the muzzle whatsoever. It's the recoil management is smooth like.
We say like butter.
Yeah, that's what it is, exactly, yeah.
And this, who makes the suppressor? Do you make the suppressor, or is this one that you get subcontracted?
Yeah, it's ATEC.
Oh, okay, ATEC, okay, great. Yeah, they make, I know HK works with them as well,
yes,
that's good company now. This is the one I'm really excited about.
Moving on from 300 AAC blackout to 5.56, this is the shortest one, 7-inch barrel. As I said before, set up with the PDW retractable buttstock,
which I think is really cool. Yeah, that PDW buttstock.
It is.
But let me ask you this though, Jan. While we've got this one, why am I seeing all of these 7-inch 5.56 guns? Like I just saw the 433 PDW at HK.
Well,
of course you've got they're making the SCAR P or whatever it is for FN. Why is that a thing now? Because I mean that's just so short for 5.56.
Well, yes, it is short, but thanks to thanks to the very short length, it's very compact, easy to put anywhere basically. Patrol car of the police. You know, nowadays the situation around the world gets changed a little bit. So even the police patrols, they need something with a little bit higher firepower, let's say. Imagine you are in the army, but your primary task is to be a driver of some heavy machinery like a big truck, or you are stationed with some artillery, but you still need a rifle, right?
Yeah, sure.
But something that when you fulfill your primary task, you can put it aside, it does not bother you, it does not swing around whatsoever. It's just somewhere you need.
Right. I mean, it's
you
just
need it, you grab it.
I agree, you know, and I get that. It's just terrible ballistics.
Yeah,
you know, I'd rather have
because-
7.62 39 or 300 blackout, but
By the way, when talking about the army, you need to consider also the logistic issues like supplies of the ammo. I know
right.
that the short barrel calls for 7.62 by 39. I'm totally with you on this one. But yeah, consider this. You know, like you cannot have
300 blackout's harder to get. 7.62. You guys have.
That's too complicated.
Right, right. There's plenty of 223.
You got your NATO
right.
standard magazines,
Got
NATO
it.
standard ammunition. Everything is like a very simple.
Sure. No, I understand
stuff
that.
like that.
That's a good point. I just know everyone out there is like, well, you know, especially in the U.S., where for us it's not really an issue.
Yeah.
So everyone always says, it's like, why are they doing all these
Yeah.
7-inch? You know, they get hot about it, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Moving on. What's this one? This is just a standard Bren 3 5.56.
I would say so, yes. 11-inch barrel, that's about like, will fulfill the most of all possible tasks that you might be,
Yeah, this is like a
solve.
jack of all trades,
Yeah.
kind of the,
Yeah,
right.
that's what it is.
And then we've got one with a grenade launcher here, probably same gun, right?
Yes, they are all the same, 5.56. It's just all the question of the barrel length. And of course, regarding the barrel length, you have the handguard, which gets longer accordingly to the barrel. This one is our longest setup. That's the 16.5-inch barrel. That one is 14.5 long barrel. Yeah.
Well, Jan, this was a great rundown. I really appreciate you taking the time to speak with us about this. Is there
a pleasure.
Is there anything else that you want to tell us about the Bren 3? I mean, I know you can't tell us MSRP or when it's going to be released.
I really cannot do that. I wish I could, but
I know.
I simply don't know. Yeah,
It's okay. It's okay because,
as simple as that.
look, I'll forgive you because you did such an excellent job with this, Jan. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
Guys, thank you for tuning into TFBTV for EnforceTac 2025. Stay tuned. We'll bring you more from EWA and EnforceTac.